This daf Yerushalmi Challah in the article Oz V'Hara edition Radaf Lamed Ches Amid Aleph. The first line, Amar Lezer Shtei Deos, which in the Vilna is on Chav Beis Amid Beis, and it is after the beginning, from the beginning of the Gemara in the fourth parak. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10th line down. Amar Lezer Shtei Deos. So, says the Gemara. Amar Lezer Shtei Deos also says Shtei Nashim. He says that two men, or we assume, are makbid on each other like two women, and their those are now mitzaref for the Shir of Challah. The so this is not shame say is that our Mishnah is told to women because women stam name tzara and other people, other women, I guess. In other words, they look askance at people encroaching on their territory. But I don't know. You have to come on to that. I think he's just saying that, and in general, two people. By default, we assume that they're makbid, that those remain separate. Shmuel Barabba, a boy, he asked, "Afilu rotos?" So he asked, "What about two women who want to actually join together in their does?" We say that they're still separate because they're two ownerships, or do we say no, since they want those to join together, so they join together. So the Yeshua she'ein chibur b'chalav ein chibur tful yom. The doesn't seem to actually answer the question. We go on to another question. So the another statement there. Things are chibur v'chala, and they're not chibur for tful yom. In other words, that they're going to join together to make up a shir of challah, and you can take up challah from one on both. But for tful yom, they are not considered to be a connection. That tful yom passes part of it, should passel the other part as well of these two which are connected. Chibur tful yom ain't a chibur challah, and vice versa. Things are chibur by tful yom, not chibur challah. Chibur b'challah, it's none. What's a chibur by challah, which is not going to be chibur by tful yom. Chibur challah, the thing we learn is matching shel isha achas, and they belong to one woman. Min b'mino chayiv, it's the same species, then it joins together. Shelo b'mino, for make a chibur challah, showing it's not the same species. Parts, so they don't join together. Ve'ein chibur b'tful yom, it's not considered to be a chibur b'tful yom. The other we learned over there. This is a Mishnah in Tful Yom. Perak Aleph Mishnah, the Kohen who gathers pieces of challah, which are set aside from various different doughs, and put them next to each other. And he has in mind to separate them and not to make them one dough. And they did cling together to the point that they would be noshich each other. Beis Shammai says that if Tful Yom touches one of them, they all become puzzle because it's going to be a chishuv, it's going to be chibur, connected in terms of Tful Yom. But it's arguments so that only the piece which the tful yom touches it, he actually makes possibly other pieces remain tor. So noshuch, which is a chibur by challah, is not a chibur by tful yom. So he says, "Vein chibur b'challah tful yom nediyan tamana." We learn machlis chalos amnas lafrish. You put the chalos together, and you had in mind to separate them in the future. And Menashchun, they then bit together. But Shami chibur b'tful yom. Shami says it's a chibur b'tful yom. Tful yom touches one of them, passes all of them. He says ain't no chibur. It's not a chibur. They're not connected. Okay. Next, there should be the word. There should be a period here, and there should be a new word chibur over again, because it's talking about the new case. Chibur b'tful yom. I'll show you chibur b'tful yom. It's not going to be chibur challah. Let's see. I tell me we learned over there. Basar Kodesh, Shekaram Alav HaKupa. Should be instead of Kupa, it should be Kippah. So you have a Mishnah Tful Yom, Parak Beis Mishnah Hay, which says that Basar Kodesh, which they became formed a crust of spices and soup and fat. It all became like a crust on the meat. So to William touch this kippah, the pieces are mutter because that crust is not considered to be connected to the meat, and so we say basar shekron of hakippah. It's not a chibur for Tvuyam. Hashar call again should say hakippah chibur, but it's that other the since it says Tvuyam touches the kippah, the chatichos and mutaros. The implication is that the pieces are not connected. The kippah, but the kippah itself is one unity. Anything which makes up the kippah, the Tvuyam touches part of the kippah, the rest of the kippah, the rest of that crust also becomes the apostle. So Gemara says v'ein sofa lechatcho. So eventually you're going to heat up this meat, and the crust is going to dissolve. It's not going to be there anymore, and then never it's going to be chibur kol yom. But in terms of challah, whenever you have in mind to divide up the Esau, so it's not mitzvah for shir challah. So here too, since the krum will dissolve, and you have in mind to dissolve it, it will not be a chibur for challah. It's a chibur for tvuyom as long as it's extant. It's not a chibur for challah because eventually you're going to destroy it by heating it up, and this semi-solid crust will dissipate. That means of a chadcha vein a chayim v'challah. And that's not chayim v'challah. Dam Rabbi Yochanan said, "Osi samnas l'chalka batzik patur min challah." Somebody makes a dough on the assumption they're going to divide it. While it's still dough, it's parted from challah. Okay, now Gemara goes on to a new issue. The Mao Shayarta. So the Tanakh Mishnah said talked about very different meaning which are mitzaref. What about the meaning which are not mentioned? The Shayarta means the remainder. The other meaning. Rav Huna said, Imar shifon mean kusmin. If you're going to say that shifon is a type of kusmin, instead of mitzaref, it says mechitim, but it should be really imakir kusmin, according to the Gra. So say shifon and kusmin the same mean, it's mitzaref with them. Shvol shol means orim, shvol shol is not is all assumptions I guess I'm making. Shvol shol is not mean sorim. It's not type of it's a mean sorim is a type of barley, and mitzaref mechitim. It doesn't join together with wheat. Yochim Omer shar meaning mitzaref means that. It says no. Actually, the other species do join together. They don't, chitim and sorim don't join together, but other species do join together. Yeah, Shibot Shua, Kuzmin, and Shifon all join together. That's Nir and Rechaim Kanevsky. East Tiny, those who learn Kol Mitzvah, meaning starting the same Zeh. Those who say the name Rabbi Yochanan that all mitzvah meaning mitzvah, including chita and sorah. Al daita da'ach tanya, so da'ach tanya bori, according to this external tana, the tana of the brisa, what's in between noshuch and balu? So according to the tana of our Mishnah, by balu, when they're all mixed together, the entire dough is mixed together. So then, all the species are mixed together, I should say. So, all the meaning they're all mixed to each other. And by noshuch, it has to be min b'mino, as we said previously. But according to this Tana, who says that even by noshuch, all of them mitzaref, because that's how we understand. We says even by noshuch, even when they're biting, not they're not the next be kneaded together. Ma ben noshuch, ma ben bol. What's between noshuch and bol? They seem to be the same halacha. Rabbi Ravon, Rabbi Metanya, Rabbi the father, Rabbi Metanya says, "Shechilkon v'hosif aleim." When you divide up and add upon them, the shuchin chayavim blulim peturin. So we need a little bit more data in order to explain this. So it's about a case we made a dough from a kav of chit and kav tzorim and noshka with each other, but you had in mind to divide them up. So it's part of challah. And that's the shas gilgul, they're potter, right? Because you had in mind you had in mind that they should remain together, even though they're noshech each other, right? Once you divide, okay, so now you divide them up. Once divided up, you add a rova of chitin, so you have the chitin k'shir challah, and you have rova sorim, you have a shear of challah for sorim. And so we have done previously in Parakimah Mishnah Dalan, you have two Israelim who made two kavin, and they divided up, and each one added on his own his potter. Why? Because at the time that they became chayiv, the time of Gilgul, since they were not chayiv, since it was min b'shein mino, so therefore they remain potter. But in this case, there's a difference between nashuch and bolu. The shulchan chayavin nashuch is not considered to be mitzaref, it's only to be machmer, the mechayiv in challah, but not that it's mitzaref in lekula, to say it potters from challah by virtue of the fact that there having been a larger dough originally, which was potter, because you had in mind to separate it. No, it doesn't create a shas patur. It can create a chiyuv, it can't create a patur. Right, so if later on, if you add it on, when you have to buy the chitim serve each other, you add it on to the chitim, add it on to the sorim, it should be chayiv nechala. But lulim patur. But if you were bolel and Esau of two meaning together, within having in mind to divide them up, then the mitzvah even lekula, and therefore when that point became the shas chiyuv, at that point they're potter because the shas chiyuv they were. Even though they were bolu, but you had in mind to separate them, even though they're mixed together. So therefore, after you separate them and add on chitim to the chitim, sorim to sorim, they still remain potter because the shas chiyuv they're potter. So by nashuch, it only is mitzvah l'chumra, not l'kula. They can say with shas chiyuv b'ptur and remain potter. By bolu, it's going to be a chibur even l'kula. And once it's mechubar l'kula at that point in time, and then it becomes chayiv nechala, it does become challah even when you add on later on to each of the two batches. And this brings us top of Lamed Testament, so therefore we can stop here for today.